right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir.
Yes, sir.
On March 28, 2025, an officer was in the process of serving a capital murder warrant on a suspect in Harris County, Texas. While conducting a felony stop, the defendant, who was identified by his Texas ID card, pulled up on the officer's perimeter, got out of their motor vehicle, and began walking to the residence where the murder suspect was. The officer's supervisor ordered the defendant to stop and stay right there. The defendant refused and continued to ignore officers while walking towards the residence. The officer supervisor ordered the defendant to step back multiple times and then grabbed the defendant and took him to the ground.
Him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was he the capital murder suspect?
No, Your Honor.
I live there.
Stop.
Oh, sorry.
I believe that they were in the process of serving a warrant on someone else at the residence, and that's when they came in contact with the defendant. Ordered him to stop. He refused to stop going towards the residence, Your Honor.
Did it serve the warrant? What ended up happening?
Guys, what started as an ordinary day was about to explode into a confrontation nobody saw coming. A man stood in court, accused of interfering with law enforcement, facing jail time, heavy fines, and a future hanging by a thread. But this wasn't some routine arrest. Officers in Harris County, Texas were hunting something far more dangerous. A capital murder suspect. Police units surrounded the area, weapons ready. Every second loaded with pressure, every move being watched. And then, out of nowhere, one vehicle pulled onto the perimeter, changing everything instantly. The driver stepped out, calm, confident, walking straight toward the very house officers had locked down. Commands were shouted, loud, aggressive. Stop right there. But the man kept moving. Officers repeated themselves again and again, but something wasn't clicking. Or maybe he simply didn't care. And in that exact moment, what looked like a simple misunderstanding was about to turn physical.
Looks like after refusing commands, there was a brief struggle where he was detained.
Was the murder suspect there?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. It does not say. I have no further facts that show if the warrant was service was complete on the warrant or not, Your Honor, or completed at the time. I just believe they were in the process and believed him to be at the residence, and that's when this incident.
Read it again, if you don't mind.
Yes, Your Honor. On March 28, 2025, the law enforcement officer and Squad 5 of the Houston Police Department's Gang Division served a capital murder warrant for a suspect observed inside a truck at a nearby residence. While conducting a felony stop, the defendant, who is identified by his Texas ID card, pulled up on the perimeter.
What happened next sent shockwaves through everyone watching this case unfold. The man kept pushing forward, step after step, ignoring every warning thrown his way. Officers had no more patience, no more room for negotiation, no more second chances. In a split second, hands were on him, and his body slammed hard against the ground. Court officials listened carefully, trying to understand one critical question. Who exactly was this man? Was he the dangerous killer police were searching for, or just someone caught in the wrong place? The answer stunned the courtroom. He wasn't the murder suspect at all. He claimed something nobody expected. I live there. That's my home. And suddenly, this entire case became far more complicated than anyone imagined.
Out of the vehicle, walked to the sidewalk, and began walking to the residence where the murder suspect was. The supervisor then ordered the defendant to stop and to stay right there. The defendant refused and continued ignoring officers and walking towards the residence. The supervisor ordered him to step back multiple times, but the defendant was once again ignored the officers. The law enforcement officer grabbed the defendant and made him bounce and the ground.
Okay, so now, but when you first started, you said they were going to a capital murder suspect in a car.
Yes, Your Honor. That's what, so I was originally reading the summary, and I'm going straight from the agenda now, Your Honor. It looks like the suspect was observed inside a truck at a nearby residence.
So the suspect is not even in the residence. No.
Then they later state that that the suspect, that the defendant here was walking towards the residence where the murder suspect was. I'm not sure, Your Honor. I have nothing for that.
I find no probable cause in your case. Just be careful, man. When you get into a pissing match with
I understand.
who's going to win,
They are. I understand.
no.
Yes, sir.
All right.
The judge leaned forward, studying every word, every statement, every contradiction, because the police report itself wasn't adding up, and everyone in that courtroom could feel it. First, the suspect was reportedly inside a truck, not even inside the house. Then suddenly, the story changed, saying the suspect was somehow at the residence. Confusion turned into doubt, and doubt started destroying the prosecution's entire argument. The judge looked directly at the officer's version and saw too many missing pieces. Then came the words nobody expected to hear. I find no probable cause. In one brutal sentence, the entire case collapsed right in front of everyone. And just like that, guys, what started as a criminal charge ended as a shocking courtroom defeat.